I didn't plan to say this out loud, but here it goes. I stopped ejaculating for 30 days. No warning, no big reason, just a quiet decision I made one morning. I figured, what if I held on to it just for a while? I thought it'd be torture, that I'd feel tense, angry, like I was missing something. But by week 2, something started to feel different, not just down there, in my head, in how people looked at me, even how I looked at myself in the mirror. I won't lie, some of what happened surprised the hell out of me. I kept a journal through the whole thing, and today I'm finally ready to talk about it. And if you're even a little curious about what this does to a man after 60, hit subscribe and let's go deeper. Now let's be honest, most men our age hear semen retention and tune out immediately. Sounds like something for monks or teenagers on weird internet forums, not for a 60-something man who's been around the block. But here's the part we never say out loud. For a lot of us, ejaculation isn't even about pleasure anymore. It's just routine, a release, something we do to fall asleep or kill time. Not passion, not connection, not even desire sometimes, just habit. And when a habit becomes automatic, we stop questioning what it's taking from us. That's where I was. I wasn't chasing pleasure. I was avoiding stillness. Until one day I asked a question I'd never asked before. What would happen if I didn't? No shame, no guilt, just curiosity. What if I gave my body 30 days to do something different? At first I thought it was just mental. Maybe the things I started noticing in myself were imaginary, but then I started digging deeper, doing research, and asking other experts. And what I found made it impossible to go back to the old routine. See, ejaculation isn't just pleasure, it's chemistry. Every release drains zinc, selenium, testosterone, and tiny energy packets your body worked hard to build. The same nutrients that fuel your brain, your heart, and yes, your manhood. You're not just losing fluid, you're losing power. And when you do it daily, your nervous system doesn't get a break. Dopamine spikes, then crashes. Your body thinks it's accomplished something, then slumps. Over time, that pattern wears you down. Focus dulls. Motivation dips. Rest feels shallow. You don't even realize it's happening because you've been calling it normal. But what if you gave your body a chance to reset? Here's my experience. By the end of the first week, I wasn't sure anything was happening, but around day 13, I noticed it while tying my shoes. I wasn't groaning, no stiffness in my lower back, no sighing like an old man. I stood up and felt light on my feet. Not younger, not superhuman, just solid. That afternoon, I walked up a flight of stairs without grabbing the railing. I didn't think much of it until I realized I hadn't done that in months. A few days later, I was carrying groceries to the car, and my grip felt tighter. The bags felt lighter. Not because I trained harder, I hadn't, but because something in my body had re-engaged. The tension in my jaw was gone. My shoulders sat higher. It wasn't a miracle, but it sure as hell wasn't fake. And when I started talking to other men in the US who tried the same 30-day challenge, they told me things I didn't expect. My posture changed. I felt heavier in a good way, like my presence filled the room. My handshake got firmer. My voice got deeper. My barber even asked if I'd lost weight. I started looking people in the eye again. I didn't even notice I'd stopped. My knees hurt less. My legs didn't cramp. And I wanted to move again. My wife started touching me more, like she could sense something in me had returned. These aren't fantasies. These are the shifts men notice when they stop leaking power every day. Now let me ask you straight. Are you learning something new today? Does any part of you feel like giving this a try, even just for a week? If yes, drop a comment and let me know. I read them all, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It helps the team here at Senior Men Club know this work matters. It tells us these stories are helping real men like you, and it keeps us digging deeper, researching more, and showing up for you every week. So go ahead, hit that button. I'll wait a second. All right, let's continue. So, after 30 days of no ejaculation, things weren't just better, they were different. In the bedroom, I lasted longer. No rushing, no panic, no second guessing if I'd finished too fast. I was in control, fully, and for the first time in a long time. My wife smiled and thanked me. She even said it. Whatever you're doing, don't stop. But it wasn't just about sex. Conversations felt different. I wasn't backing down when someone cut me off. I spoke slower, firmer, like a man who didn't need approval. Even at work or in public, people seemed to pay more attention when I talked. Like my words carried more weight. My cravings, less sugar, less junk. I wasn't reaching for comfort snacks like I used to. Hell, even my urine stream was stronger. Didn't feel like I had to push anymore. Just came out like it used to. I stood taller. I caught myself whistling while walking. And here's the part that intrigued me the most. I started liking myself again. Not because I'd hit some magic number, but because I proved I could still control the one thing most men don't. And that control changes how you show up in every part of your life, all from just 30 days. Now you're hopefully going to try this, right? But I'll be real with you. The first week is the hardest. Your body will fight it. Your mind will throw tantrums. And your hand? Yeah, it'll reach without you thinking. So here's how I made it through without losing my mind. First, stay busy. I don't mean watch TV. I mean move, walk, lift something, fix something. Your body needs a new outlet or it'll go back to the old one. Second, don't suppress the urge. Study it. Every time it hits, grab a notebook and write what triggered it. Was it boredom, a memory, an image? You'll start noticing patterns, and patterns can be broken. Third, have a reason. Not just, I want to feel better. Be specific. I want to last longer in bed. I want my voice to sound stronger. I want to stop being ruled by a habit I didn't choose. When the urge hits, that reason will keep you from folding. And trust me, it's worth it. Now you've made it this far. So let me tell you what most men might never hear. After age 60, you'll be tempted to believe that you've become weak. But I'll tell you, you're not. You're just tired of being on autopilot. Nobody told us what daily release does over time. Nobody showed us how it chips away at confidence, discipline, and drive. But now you know. And once you know, you can't unknow. You don't need a pill. You don't need a new partner. You need to stop giving away the very thing that still makes you powerful. Try it. 30 days. Not to prove anything to anyone, but to finally meet the version of you that's been buried underneath years of routine. He's still there, waiting, watching, and the moment you stop leaking power, he shows up again. And if you're still here, I want you to do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button. It helps the team here at Senior Men Club to know that the information we share here matters to men like you. It encourages us to create more. And most importantly, it sends a message to YouTube that many men over 60, especially here in the US, love messages like this. So, subscribe first, and then tell me in the comment box if you're going to try it. Let's make this stage of our life the most beautiful. Bye, and see you on the next one.